Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jenny. I'm Moonlight Lady 1111. Okay, so I'm back with another pick a card reading for you. If you are a return viewer, thank you so much for coming back to see me. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I just want to say a little thank you for any gifts or anything like that that's been sent to me. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. It all helps me continue with the channel and on this journey and things like that. Anyway, so today's pick a card reading. A couple of weeks ago, we delved into some shadow work. So now to balance that out, this card reading, it's all about you. Where does your light shine from? What do people find beautiful about you, both within and without? I'll be concentrating on within though, let's face it. That's where the goodness comes. So, what are your strengths? What shines out of you? What do people love about you? It's just making me really happy to do this because sometimes we do need reminding of that, don't we? Everybody is individual and everybody is special in their own way. So, as you can see, I've got 3 piles for you. I've got pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So, as per usual, what I want you to do now is if you can stop, take a moment, cast your eye over all the piles. Just see which one calls to you. Okay. And now what I'd like you to do is take a deep breath in. Hold it. And then a deep breath out. Focus on the piles and choose the one that calls to you. I'll just give you a moment to do that. Okay, that should have been long enough. Hopefully you've made your choice by now. So I'm just going to move these piles out of the way so I can start with pile number 1. So I'll put pile number 2 first so I don't get confused about which one's which. That'd be bad, wouldn't it, if you chose a pile and I swapped them around. Okay, so we've got 2 and 3 over there on the other half of the table. I'll just reset this table now. And we start with pile number 1. Okay, hi pile number 1. You chose this lovely flat stone. I'll put it over here so you can see it. So you know that that's your little grey stone that you chose. Right. I'll just put these up there. Ooh, there for now. I'll start with the tarot. I'll get it all set out and then I'll tell you what it says. Okay, so I've got quite a few cards here today. Right, so up here, where are we? Yeah, about there. Oh, I hope they all fit. Yeah, up here we've got the Tarot del Fuego. I might have to shake up my plan a little bit here. Never mind. Yes, we've got Tarot del Fuego, Prisma Visions Tarot, right there for you. And then underneath that, I've got a couple of Wild Unknown cards as well. So this is just going to give me an overview of you, what's going on with you, stuff like that. I've got a couple of standard playing cards up there for a bit more information. Right now, I was planning on getting these here. I wonder if they'll fit. Maybe I'll just have to scooch these guys up a bit, won't I? Can you see that? Yeah, that works. Okay. Yeah, so that's the Literary Witches Oracle. And then I had a Native Spirit card for you here as well. And then I had a Soul's Journey lesson card there. Because this spread's going to be all about learning to love yourself, appreciating the depth of you. I've got a couple of Work Your Light Oracle cards down there. And then I've got these 2 cards here. One's Chakra Love and one's Doors, I think. Something like that. Anyway. Yes, so if it's all right with you, pile number 1, I'm going to crack on and turn these cards over for you. Okay. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Fool in the reverse, and the Knave of Swords or Page of Swords. Underneath that we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Hierophant, the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, the Nine of Cups in the reverse, the Page of Cups, and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Okay, pile number one. So, what do people love about you? What is beautiful about you? I have to say, I think you've got a very, you've got like a really calming, grounded energy to you. You know, you're very grounded to the earth, is what I'm feeling from all of this. You don't rush anything too much. You don't let things overtake you. You don't really do anything to excess. You know, you're very calm and cool and collected, I think. You know, I think you're quite, I feel like you're quite well dressed as well. I don't know where that's come from, but I think with this Queen of Pentacles energy here, you know, you're really solid, you're really grounded. You've kind of built yourself up to where you are at the moment. And, you know, you do take things slowly. You might see it as being stagnating sometimes, but actually you weigh up all your options before you rush into anything. You take your time slowly. I think you maybe that could mean you're quite good with money sometimes as well. Yeah, so because of that, it does mean that, you know, you are really, really grounded, really calm, really collected, but it means that you're not too, oh, Delilah, sorry, 1 second, come on, puss. Yeah, so I don't think you overindulge in anything too much, you know. I think you buy yourself nice things, but you don't splurge. You know, if you've got the money there, then that's when you'll spend it, sort of thing. You know, you don't drink too much, you don't eat too much, you keep everything in check. There's nothing too extreme with you. You know, you might not necessarily be the type to take a blind leap of faith or anything like that. You are, you know, you're into your journey now, and rather than rushing headlong into it with your spirituality, it's all very connected. It's quite traditionalist. You know, you're quite traditional in your views and your approach to things, but you do still have that deep connection with your spirituality. With the Hierophant here under the Fool in the reverse, you know, it's not a rushing around willy-nilly taking anything for granted sort of approach. It is a calm, cool, collected. I think people probably look up to you quite a bit. Saying that, with this cool, calm and collected energy, you are very loving, and the love that you give to people, you know, it is fresh. You know, you're not afraid of telling people how you feel about them. That said, you want to know the truth about things. I think sometimes you can bite off a little more than you can chew, but because of this calm approach that you take, I think you do stay in control of that. You know, you don't let things stress you out too much. You just kind of take it all on the chin. You don't rush until you know everything about a situation, which is good, because acting in this way, you know, it helps you to, you might have urges for this overindulgence, but you don't succumb to it. You know, you might feel that if you do bite off more than you chew and you're juggling a lot of plates, you don't let that anxiety take you over, which is a really wonderful approach to have. So yeah, personality wise, I think you kind of got it together. Sorry, I just drink some tea, which is lovely. Let's move on and see what these say. 9 of Wands and 4 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, so do you know what? I think for you to get to this place, I think you have been through a lot. You've got 3 9s here as well. I feel like you might be life path number 9. That wasn't necessarily a part of this reading, but this is just coming through quite strongly for you. You know, I think you have been through the mill. with this Nine of Wands here, you could feel like a wounded warrior, and you could be like, I am just going to drink everything, or I am going to go shopping, or to make yourself feel better. But you're in control of that now, and you've got this grounded approach. And I think the key thing here is you are still standing after everything that you've been through, after all the things you've endured. You are still stood here with this Nine of Wands, and it's put you in your power. Everything that you've been through has kind of put you in your power and helped you become this sturdy, stable person. And yeah, you've got the Four of Wands here as well. You are celebrated. You can celebrate your past. You can celebrate the fact that you are this wounded warrior, and I think you can use that to help other people grow. I do think you love a good party as well, by the way. Even if I come in with this approach of you're so grounded and solid, just because you don't overindulge doesn't mean you can't go out and celebrate with people. Yeah, and I think you're bringing yourself into balance with all of that. Let's see what else we've got going on here. Got the apple. And mushrooms. I feel like, people think you are really sweet. People think you're really sweet, and I think maybe you could be quite a sexy person as well. Actually, people love that about you. Like you're very fruitful. You've got this grounded approach and everything like that. I think as well with these mushrooms and this wounded warrior energy, and the fact that you've clearly come on a journey. You're not at the start of this journey with the Fool here. You are super developed in this. You are super progressed. People look up to you a bit. But also like the fact that you can celebrate where you are now, even though of everything you've been through, that is such a sweet approach, and it's such a strong and nourishing approach for the people to see. And I think, you have been in darkness, like the mushrooms, you've been in darkness, but you've grown from that. You've developed in this quiet place, and you've nourished yourself, and I feel like from the pain and from the darkness is where you've managed to grow. You've managed to become this thing. And just like the apple, the mushrooms nourish us as well. I think people find you a really nourishing presence to be around. They find you really calming. They find you really controlled in yourself, but really sweet. Just because you're controlled and in charge doesn't mean that you're not a sweet person to be around. And I think the fact that you can celebrate, even though everything you have been through, people love that about you. People really do. You have the light and the dark inside you. The apple, it grows in the sun, in the sunshine on the tree. The mushroom, it grows in the dark from the ground. You have that balance within. That's really nice. Let me see what else we got going on here. Freedom horse and courage. Yeah, like I said, you've definitely been through a lot, pile number one. You've had so many battles to fight already, but you've faced all of this head on. Yeah, like you faced everything with just such fierce courage, and you celebrate all that you've been through almost. You've learned to get to that point because you've realised that you are free to make those decisions. I think as well, like, people love how there is a chance that in the past you might have overindulged quite a bit. You might have been a bit of a party animal, and that freedom, that fire that you've always had inside you, just because you've reached this grounded approach now, it doesn't mean that you've not still got that fiery freedom. You can still be the first on the dance floor. You've still got that inside you, like people love that about you. They love the fact that it's almost like that you're going to go where the wind takes you now, and your acceptance of that with that light and dark and that balance within, that really, really helps you on your path. And in doing that, that helps other people. Like they can see your growth. you know, the apple and the mushroom, they can see like nature. You are nature. You and nature are one and the same. And you're, you know, you can grow where your seeds fall, or you can pluck yourself off that tree and just run with it and roll with it. But yeah, I think you really love to dance. You really love to have a nice time. Um, yeah, people love that about you. What have we got down here with the work your light oracle? Oh, you couldn't make it up. Play. Yeah, you know, you're probably quite funny. You like having a laugh. You know, you like playing. You like, you know, people love that about you. That's what makes you beautiful. It's kind of like your sense of humor, your joyful approach. You know, you're not ashamed to dance like nobody's watching. You'd dance if people were watching or not anyway, wouldn't you? You know, you're gonna go with it. Like you love the I think you kind of thrive off a joy of life almost. You've learned to make your own nourishment here. Through everything that you've been through, you've learned that you have the inner strength to get through anything that life throws at you now. Um, this says play, have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. You know, it might even be that you do need to go out and have some fun at the moment. But then also here it says you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Yeah, like I said, like you are so in your energy. You know, there's no need for you to push yourself to be more. And that's what people love about you as well. You know, like this is what makes you beautiful. You are so whole. You are so balanced. Even if you do sometimes bite off more than you can chew, you know, you release everything. You're kind of like, you're finding the inner equilibrium. What have we got down here with the door card? Yeah, we've got bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. Yeah, so you know you might want to do some just release the energies in your space, you know, as well. I think people probably really love coming to your house. I think you've probably got a really warm house that's really welcoming. And we've got expression here. Express your true self. The world needs you. Throat chakra and lapis lazuli. Yeah, I think with this freedom horse and this courage card, you know, you do say what you think. You are a strong person. You say it like it is. I am hearing you work hard and you play hard, but you're not. I think maybe with all this darkness that you've been through, maybe at one point you did use to cower back and you used to hide, but now you're stood in that and now you're just like, no, I will speak my truth. I will have a good time. I will look after everybody around me. Excuse me. Let me just have a look and see if I've got any parting words for you here. Pile number 1. Yeah, like, oh, you've got such a bright, fun persona. This is why people love you. And the thing is, you know, we're doing this reading because sometimes we're all too aware of the things that, you know, that we don't like about ourselves. The Four of Swords in reverse has just jumped out there. Sometimes we're too aware of the things that are unhealed, that we can't see how far we've come, you know? Yeah. There might be a lot of things changing. The world is going through a tower moment at the moment. And I think that you need to see how far you've come. You are building your new foundations up now. It might feel like things aren't moving as quick as you want them to be. But I think that you need to know that you've already got so far. You know, you've already reached this place of success. Yeah, 10 of Cups. You have happiness right here in front of you. You know, we're doing this spread because you need to see that now. You need to see how great you are. You need to see how much courage and freedom you've got. How, you know, yes, everything is changing around you, but you are staying strong. 4 of Wands again. You know, it's time for you to celebrate. If anything's shaken you up recently, you must know that this is success now. You have the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Wands here. It's time for you to embrace your happiness and come into union with yourself or another. There's really positive stuff here. Yeah. 10 of Swords as well. So look, you have 2 9s turning into 2 10s. You are progressing. You know, you don't have to run before you can walk, but you have to realise how solid you are and how far you are on this journey, how much you've done, how much work you've already put in. And the thing is it might seem unclear to you sometimes, but just because it seems unclear doesn't mean you've not started doing it. you know, things move slowly. Cycles change, cycles move on, but you have to remember that this whole thing is a journey. You're not going to wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm fixed. That's not how it works. But you are going to realise that you can, you know, maybe you're rushing everywhere on this horse, and sometimes you do just need to look back and see how far you've come. Because, wow, pile number one, like, there's just so much growth here. Yeah, you're not out in the cold. Don't feel dejected about anything ever, pile number one, because you are surrounded by love. Yeah, and you are in control. You're so creative and wonderful. One more, please. You have the choice. Your dreams will come true, and you are so strong. I felt they both needed to come out. Wow. Yeah, pile number one. You really need to give yourself a pat on the back for everything that you've been through here. This balance that you've found. This space and this material world that you've created around you. You know, I feel like maybe you used to struggle a lot with this, and now, you know, look at where you are. Look at how far you've come. This is what makes you beautiful. What makes you beautiful is how you have, you know, you've looked in the face of all this stuff that life has thrown of you, and you've been like, right, come on then. We've got this. Let's do it. Let's go through it together. Oh, pile number one. What a lovely spread. So yeah, keep doing everything that you do, and remember how deeply connected you are right now with this Hierophant card, you know. Really, you know, release any of this. This is being released, you know, this overindulgence, this anxiety. They're going, and that represents all the stuff that you have been through. Anyway, I think that was your reading, pile number one. Oh, I really hope that resonated for you. What a lovely set of cards, to be honest. Yeah. If it did, please do let me know in the comment section below. You know, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It all really, really helps me to grow my channel. If this did resonate very strongly with you and you wanted to book a private reading, a personal reading, you can get in touch with me, moonlightlady1111@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram. I try and get a few card pulls out every week. And yeah, you can also private message me on there if you didn't want to get in touch via email. So yeah, there you go, pile number one. Thank you so much. Mwah. Take it easy. Bye. Okie doke. So, maybe I'll just open this selenite door. That's what I'll do. Get that number two pile in there. Get that number one pile back up there. Okay. And on to pile number two. Okay, hi pile number two. Oh, I'll just reset the table, sorry. I always forget to. Right. Okay, hi pile number two. So welcome to your reading. You've chosen this lovely flat stone here. Pop that up there for you. I mean, they are quite similar, aren't they? But maybe you'll recognise it. Okay. Right, I've got a couple of these oracle cards down here for you. I think one's the Doors one and one's the Chakra Love one. Yes, but I'll start up here. I've got the Tarot del Fuego. So I'm going to use the tarot to get some information about everything and then go into the oracle cards after. So, yeah, and then I've got Prism of Visions underneath that. And then I've got the Wild Unknown underneath that. Got a couple of standard playing cards. A couple of Literary Witches Oracle cards. Oops, I'll move that back again. When I was setting them out, I didn't actually see how big my frame was, so hopefully they all fit. Yep. I've got one of these Native Spirit cards. I've got a Soul's Journey Lesson card. And two Work Your Light Oracle cards down here. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, a couple of weeks ago, I did do a bit of shadow work with people. I'm not sure if you watched that, but you know, it's all about the balance. Sometimes you really need to appreciate. We're all too quick to jump to our own, you know, criticisms and see our flaws and maybe focus on those flaws a little bit too much sometimes, you know. So this is, you know, what makes you beautiful? What is it about you? Where does your light shine from? Okay, so if it's okay with you, pile number two, I'm just going to crack on and turn these over. So we have the Devil in the reverse, the King of Pentacles, and Death in the reverse. Wow, some really strong energy. Whew. Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and Justice. The Lovers, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. My gosh, pile number 2. So many major arcana. I think you have really been through the mill, okay? What's something that's beautiful about you? I would say your strength. I think you've definitely had some mental health problems or some addiction problems in your past. Yeah, I think you've really had something that you've been bound to, that you've really struggled with. This could be substance, it could be alcohol, it could be, anxiety or depression, grief, anything, it could be a job you hate, that something has had you in its grip. And you have not been able to let go of this. Maybe you've been a bit greedy in the past, you've been stuck on it. You've really not wanted to let go. And yeah, but then you have made a wonderful choice here. You have decided to choose love over this thing that you've been through. You've decided to move forwards with love and hope from that, and that has really helped you to ground yourself. It's really helped you to concentrate on a better. I feel like maybe you've concentrated on a career more, or you've taken those steps to make those changes for yourself, and you've got yourself grounded. You've looked this dead in the eye, and you've put so much hard work into trying to let that go. And after you've made these choices, it's resulted in, you growing. You've been surrounded with abundance, albeit you have felt like you've done this all completely on your own. You've felt so dejected. I think this could have been a breakup that you've gone through as well. You've felt so alone through this, but you have walked away from those emotions. You've realized that you've kind of tried to fight it along the way. You've had this duality within. You've had this, will I go back to this? Will I not go back to this? And you've felt this change coming, but now you're finding this inner balance, and you know that you're doing what is right. You're very, very strongly focused on what is right and what is fair, and operating through a place of love. You don't need to rush through any of this. It could even be that you've had some anger issues or something like that, but this is what makes you beautiful. Remember, this is what has made you strong, is that you are working through all of this. Despite all of this, look at where you are now. Okay, I'll just move on to these cards. King of Swords and Three of Wands. Yeah, you are being, you're acting with discernment. You come so far on this journey. There's this king energy here. You are in control of you now. It's not this lack of control that you've had previously. You are in control of this situation. You do know it's a journey. You've put the work in. And now you're waiting for the ships to come in, and you are being patient about it, I think. You are being patient and calm, even when you do sometimes feel dejected and you do sometimes get angry and you struggle. You are being patient. You are seeing this for what it is. You can't run before you can walk, can you? And you know that. That is what's beautiful about you. What have we got here? We've got Chicken and Lion. Yeah, I think you can be really proud. You can really be proud of how far you've come. Whatever this devil in reverse energy is here, the strength and the mastery that you've taken over yourself to overcome these things that have happened to you, that is what makes you beautiful. You can have so much pride in that now. You are connected to the earth. I just heard So there's a very northern British saying, which is having your head pecked, not hen pecked, head pecked, and that means that something in your head is like tick 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 tick. And so I feel like whatever pecks your head, like whatever really gets to you emotionally, and whatever causes you this stuff, you are still maintaining this level of mastery over it now. You know, you're not going to run around clucking about it. You are in control of it now. And that is what's beautiful about you, is the fact that you can hold your head high. The chicken and the lion both hold their heads high with everything they've been through. You know, you don't have to be a victim, but you don't have to be in charge. You can just be. And that is something that really helps you. Spirit Keeper of the North. Yeah, you have really, really been through some stuff. And blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Yeah, you know, you are taking charge of this now. With this blame card, I think blame is quite a strong word, but I feel the message underneath this lion card is, you know, you are realizing that you are the one that's going to get you through this. You are in control of your own actions, and you know that. You don't blame anybody else for everything that you've been through. There might have been a time when you used to, but you don't anymore. And that is also beautiful, you know, accepting your lot in life, realizing that you are on a journey. With this Spirit Keeper of the North card, you know, you have been through a dark night of the soul, or you may be going through it right now, to be honest. This chicken card as well can also talk about, you know, like being connected to the earth and ancient law, ancient ancestors, things like that. And I feel very strongly that you need to know, pile number 2, that you have your ancestors around you. Everybody does. And that I think something that is beautiful about you is the respect that you are showing yourself here by fixing these things. You are, you know, now is the time to mend that broken body, to mend that broken home, to mend those broken things around you. You are taking control of this situation. You are putting that work in. You are going to do what's right. You are going to do this for yourself and for everybody else. You know, it might be that you know, go and stand outside in the dark. Inhale the darkness. You know, what is beautiful about you is, yeah, you've got a lot of darkness in you. We all have. But what's beautiful about you is you are not going to let this take you over. You are in charge of you. You are in control of you. And you are making such beautiful steps forwards. Dance with life and share your voice. You know, I have a feeling that maybe you might be a musician. For some of you, you might be a musician, and it might be time now for you to get up on that stage and share this. Everything you've been through can fuel you, propel you forwards. Do something to change your energy. You know, if you are trying to release anything, you can do that now. That is what's beautiful about you, is you are in charge of you. That is what I'm hearing. So, you know, the moon is here twice. You can go and dance under the moon, embrace your life. What does this say? Palmistry, fortune and tarot, collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. Listen to the notes of intuition. Yeah, do you know what, pile number 2? I think you have been through a dark night of the soul, or you are going through it. And what is beautiful about you is you are going to connect with this source of life within you, this well of life. Listen to your intuition. I think you are only just developing this now, and it is strong. Yeah, journey. To enjoy the journey, let go of the outcome. Sacral chakra, red aventurine. Wow, yeah, I think you might be quite early-ish on in this journey with these things still hanging over you. You know, I feel like the dark night of the soul is one of the things that does kickstart you on this journey, to be honest, because it has to. I nearly said sacred awakening, but maybe that's what I'm supposed to say. You know, spiritual awakening and sacred things are not easy. It is very difficult, but you have to cut through that crap, and you have to take charge of you. And that is what's beautiful about you right now, is the strength that you have within you to get through this. Oh, you are going to dance again, pile number 2. You're going to sing and scream and shout and let it all out. Wow. Okay, let me get a few cards here as a bit of advice for you. Don't... Oh, I'm hearing you have to look forwards, not backwards. You have to look forwards, not backwards. And, you are unfolding your destiny now. Like I said, you have your ancestors with you. Ask them for help on your journey. And, to enjoy the journey, let go of the outcome. Very important bit of information that, if you were on a train, pile number 2, if you were on a train going somewhere, would you rather be at the front of the train just fueling the fire, and you've missed the entire journey and just got to the final destination? Or would you rather take a step back and watch it all unfold? Watch the mountains in the distance. Watch the people as you go by. There is no need to blame yourself for anything you've done here. Another king card. You have 3 kings here. You really are. You've come so far. You've progressed so much. And you are creative. Now is the time to be creative. This dance with life. This share your voice. Yeah, I think maybe you struggle sometimes to see the positives. But that's not going to last forever. Okay? It's time to hear that call now. You are on this journey. Hear the call from above. If sometimes you feel like it's 2 steps forwards, 5 steps back, just remember that you are in this darkness now, but the light is coming. Okay? It's not a straight line. Wow, we've got the Tower again. To be fair, at the time that we had this in the first pile as well, but the time that I'm recording this, there's a global pandemic. There's all sorts going on for a lot of people. But you've got the moon here. Again, I think you are in a lot of darkness right now, pile number 2. But it's time to embrace that side of you as well. I think what this is kind of trying to tell you is what is beautiful about you is everything. Yes, everyone has lightness and everyone has darkness. And I think you may need to do a bit more shadow work, to be honest, pile number 2, but that's okay. You can go out and howl at the moon. Why not? You have choices now. Your fantasies can come true, but you have to make this choice to move forwards. Okay? Oh, what was that? Just dropped one. Yeah, there is a creative... This was upside down. There is a creative spark in you. There is a new beginning, and you might be holding back through fear. There's no need to fear. You might be holding on to the past really tightly. Yeah, you got the Queen of Wands here as well. You might be holding on to the past very tightly, or holding on to a person or something, but you've got the King and the Queen. You are coming into balance now. You are coming together. And you know what? You are fiery and passionate and sexy and amazing and wonderful. And people love you for that. You need to know that. Your inner power, you might be on your own right now, but the beautiful thing is you are going to see the light in all of this. The hermit goes into his cave, he collects himself, he gains that wisdom, then he comes out with the light. Look, there's a lighthouse up here. The spark is going to come from within you as well. This is not an external spark. And it's this journey that you're on that is so beautiful. Yeah. 3 of Cups. It's a time for joy. It's a time for celebration. If there has been any overindulgence, don't beat yourself up for it. Just keep going with what you're doing. You are doing right. Speak to your friends. Realise how much your friends love you. Don't get, it might be stressful for you to get in touch with people, but that's what you're going to need to do. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles again. You're keeping this all inside, aren't you? Don't hold on so tight, because success is yours. Let go of that need to control the journey. Yeah, let go of that concentrating on the negative. Look at each stage of your journey as a lesson. Each stage of your journey is growth, This is a time of massive growth for you. And I'll tell you something, you are not going to feel like this forever, pile number 2. Not at all in the slightest. You have love and peace and tranquility coming for you. You can hold your head high. People think you are great. Just be patient with it. enjoy the journey, okay? See, watch the seeds that you've planted grow, because they will grow. They are growing. Yeah, I think that was your reading pile number 2. I've just heard the weaker parts of you and the stronger parts of you are both you. So don't let one of them, don't let the lion eat the chicken, and don't let the chicken peck the lion. These are all you. There is no need for one of them to win. They can work together. Anyway, that was your reading pile number 2. Do take it easy, because like I said, I do think you're going through a bit of some tough stuff at the moment, but know that you are going to get through this, and you have everything it takes, and this is what makes you beautiful. This is where your strength lies. Your strength lies in your actual strength to succeed here. Okay, thank you so much, pile number 2. I really hope that resonated for you. If it did, should you want to book a private reading or anything like that with me, you can get in touch with me, moonlightlady1111@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with me via Instagram. Again, it's moonlightlady1111. Also, if that did resonate, please, or if it didn't, comment below, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It all really helps me, and I love to know if the message is getting to where it needs to go to. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, pile number 2. Mwah. Take it easy. Bye. Okie dokie. Pull this down there. Put this guy up there. Okay. Hi, pile number 3. You have chosen this lovely flat stone. I'll just pop that there for you. And if it's all right with you, I will crack on and get these cards out. Okay. I've got a Chakra Love card down there and a Door card. And then up here, I've got Tarot del Fuego. I'm going to use the tarot cards just to tell me some stuff about you. And it's all going to be good stuff. It's everything. It's all stuff you need to learn to embrace. It's the things that are beautiful about you. Okay. Underneath that, I've got Prisma Visions. Underneath that, I've got the Wild Unknown. A couple of standard playing cards, as I usually do these days, actually. Then I've got a couple of these Literary Witches cards here for you. And then I've got a Native Spirit Oracle card, Soul's Journey Lesson card, and a couple of Work Your Light Oracle cards as well down the bottom. So if it's okay with you, pile number 3, I'm going to crack on and turn these over for you. So yeah, remember that everything that comes out, this is all stuff that you have to love. Okay. Or rather, not you don't have to do anything, but this is all stuff that people love about you. This is what is beautiful. This is where your light comes from, okay? So we have the 10 of Wands, the Magician in the reverse, and the Knight of Wands. Okay. 7 of Cups, King of Wands. There's a lot of fire here. 4 of Cups, 6 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and the Ace of Cups. Oh, pile number 3. So I think you've had quite, I think you carry a lot of burden, okay? I think you've been through the mill quite a bit. You may or may not have children, or you may or may not have a family. I think for some of you, for a small few of you, you've got a family, and what is beautiful about you is that no matter what, you have carried them. This could also apply to a friendship or a relationship, but you've had your own dreams, you've had everything that you wanted to do, but this is just for some of you, like I said, this is very specific, that you've let go of that and learned to love everybody regardless and provide for them. That was just a message that came through instantly. Okay, so with the 10 of Wands here, pile number 3, yeah, you have had quite a lot of burden. You've been knocked off your feet by so many things that life has thrown at you. You've had fantasies and you've had dreams, but it could be that things from your past have come up. You could have, you've had like this fresh young love. You've looked at the world through childlike eyes anyway. And I think, or you could have met someone and that could have knocked you off your feet. It's quite confusing, this one. There's quite a few different mixed messages coming through, but I think that whatever this burden in your past is, it has made you feel powerless, right? And it could have made you feel like you were being controlled. You've been down on your luck, but you've managed not to focus on those negatives all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes you have. But you've learned, oh yes, this is what happened. After all these things, you've learned to discover your freedom now. You have taken charge of yourself. You found the lock and key and you unlocked your own box to happiness. Yeah, sometimes you might still only concentrate on the negative, not the positive. But you contemplate this when it's happened, and when it happens, and you turn that into self-care. You turn that into a way to look after you now. You turn your cup of love inwards instead of for everybody else. What's beautiful about you is you can go through all of this stuff and you can look after all these other people, but then you can gain your own control again. And even in your times of sadness, you can treat yourself right. You've learned to treat yourself right, and that is what is beautiful about you. Pile number 3 is that in the face of adversity, you have found this strength. And you know that you can unlock the key to your own happiness, and that is when abundance rains down upon you. So you turn that cup on yourself. You're learning to see the good and the bad as the journey of life. Okay, what have we got here? Yeah, we've got the 4 of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Oh, wow, how beautiful. So these things that you've been through, your healing has turned into unconditional love, both for yourself and for others. This is what is beautiful about you, is you can love. You can love other people as they love you. And you know what? Even if they don't, like, you're totally okay with that, because you know that everybody is on their own journey. And that is really what shines out of you, is your acceptance of others, your support of others. Let's keep going. Wings. Wow, you are divinely guided here. Wings and glove. Look at that. That's so beautiful. I think you might be quite a delicate person. Yeah, and like this, you have these dreams, you have these fantasies, and you can look to the future. You can still hope and dream despite everything, and that is what's beautiful about you. People love that. And it might not even necessarily be about the money and the status for you, but you are going to find that abundance. You're not gonna you don't need handling with kid gloves, okay? People can tell you straight how it is, but that is not going to dampen your dreams. That's not going to dampen your hopes, and it's not going to dampen your prospects. And that's really important to you. Like, what's important to you is that you have healed from so much. And yes, you might feel like you're not quite manifesting what you want right now, but none of that dampens your belief or your love in yourself and your love for everybody else. Shapeshifter. Yeah, wow, you really do. I think you're so talented, I think you're so talented and so wise. And I think that people really look up to you, and you have what it takes to achieve this stuff. Yeah, I think you're very spiritually connected as well. Like I said, divinely guided with the wings and so much purple here. And balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Yes, this links to this unconditional love that you feel for everybody around you. And the love and respect with which you treat other people is going to be mirrored back to you. Yeah, so like I said, you are divinely guided. And the thing is I think you've got wings. You know, like I said, you may have been through all this stuff in the past, and that might have been a label that was put on you. You were this thing. But you are the shapeshifter, and your dreams can come true. You can make this happen. You are multi-talented. You know, just because you're a rock doesn't mean you can't be the deer or the grass. You can shift your shape now. Your ambitions can come true, and you can morph into whatever you put your mind to, which is a really beautiful way of being. You know, this is something that people think is amazing about you, is, you know, if you put your mind to it, that is what you become. That is what you can do. The strength to keep going through all of this is solid. You've healed so much and you've turned that into love. Look, whatever you want to do, you have the wings to take you there, and you can change your ways to anything. Excuse me. Listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. Throat chakra. Yeah, so, wow, look at all that blue and purple. Listen to the universe now. Yes. It might be that you start hearing messages or learning new things as you progress on this journey. But, you know, speak your truth. Speak your truth and hear people. It could be as well that people come to you with their problems a lot. The sacred lotus. Oh, wow, I just said that. And then it says compassion in action. The chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. Yeah, so this love that you have, people know that. People see that and people come to you for it, and you can impart that to them. It might be that you have like healing in you. Really connect with your intuition now. What do we have here? Break the chain and Star Mother. Yeah, like I said, for some of you, I really feel like you have children. Break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future on that shapeshifter card underneath the wings. You know, this is divinely guided. This is the thing that's beautiful about you, is you're going to take all this on and you're going to move that now. You're going to change that for the next generations to come. And Star Mother, how can you mother yourself? Yeah, you know, you look after everybody else. You listen to everybody else. You help them with compassion and love and caring. But the balance that you can find is by doing this to yourself with this self-love as well. Unconditional love, both within and without. This is what's beautiful. The love that flows through you. The fact that you are guided. The fact that you can help others. Let me see what else we've got here now. Okay. What else do you have to say to pile number 3? 6 of Wands. Don't be obsessed with the success of it. Maybe you see success as a monetary success or a material, but there is nothing here. This is all about spirituality and spiritual success. And yeah, sometimes you might feel like you've not got very far, but you have to understand, you have to see that you are the queen. You know, you are cool and calm and discerning, and you know that this is not how success is built. 6 of Cups again. Oh, so beautiful. Fresh eyes of a child is how you can see life now. Love and growth. 8 of Pentacles, yeah. You're putting the work in for this growth still. You're working really hard into what you know is your future. Oh, excuse me. You might hear my stomach grumbling there. That's funny. Yeah, so you can stop and you can take stock and you can see everything from a new perspective. You can see how far you've come. Can we have one more, please? Can we have another one? That one. Yeah, you've had difficult decisions to make and you've had to look after your heart space in the past. But you are seeing truth, too many. You are seeing truth here. You can be that shapeshifter. Oh, there's one turned over there. Hang on. I definitely saw it. It was pink. There it is. Ace of Wands. 3 of Cups in the reverse. So you might have some ideas for some fresh, fiery new beginnings, some creative new beginnings. Nurture those ideas now. You don't need to tell people about it too quickly. There is just be aware of any overzealousness or any being too joyful, or maybe drinking too much, or anything like that, because that could, I'm hearing don't cut off your nose to spite your face, just in case. There could still be some healing to do, just a little. But then again, I don't think healing is ever fully complete. It's just things that we learn along the way. Yeah. So now is the time for patience. Watch those seeds grow. Don't rush it. You can't rush anything, because you've been through it all on your own in the past. So find that balance, the give and take, the equal give and take within you will help with this give and take on the outside as well. Yeah, I've just had the 5 of Cups jump out. So try to focus on the positives. Be aware that love is still everywhere. Be just and fair to everybody. Treat everybody as you wish to be treated. You do that anyway, though. You've got the King of Swords here. You had the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. So you are going to find that balance. You are going to find that way of being. Everything that you want is going to come to you. If you've been worrying about being alone, don't worry. It's just heard. I don't know why I had to say that, but I did say, yeah, that's what it says. If you've been worrying about being alone, don't worry. Reach those hands out to everybody else. Spread that love around. Yeah, there's another hand reaching out here. Hands are going to reach out to people. Reach out hands to other people. And maybe the 3 of Cups in the reverse there was saying that sometimes you don't reach out to your friends when you could. Or, yeah, I'm not quite sure what that is. But there is a chain being broken here. You are stopping any patterns that have gone on. You are stopping them now. You are like the butterfly, You shape-shifting you can go from the caterpillar to the butterfly. You're going to grow. Everything is growing. This is how beautiful you are, pile number 3. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, I think that was your reading, pile number 3. If that did resonate, oh my God, amazing. I'm so happy for you that you're on this stage in your journey where you've been through so much and you're growing so much and you've got wings now. You can fly. Yeah, if that did resonate, please do let me know in the pile below, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It all really helps me grow my channel and keep getting these readings out for you. Yeah, if you wanted to get in touch and book a private reading, you can do that through email, moonlightlady1111@gmail.com, or you can get in touch with me via Instagram. I'm moonlightlady1111. I do daily card pulls there as well. Yeah, really do take it easy, pile number 3, and flourish, feel everything growing. You're blossoming open like the lotus flower, and it's beautiful. Okay, thank you so much. Take it easy, pile number 3. Bye.